And we are live. Good morning, crypto warriors, and welcome back to the gym and the crypto episode 820. Little 20 twin. And today's top. Oh, and I'm today's October 21st, 2021. Today's Thursday, and I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay. And we are here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community Monday through Friday at 10ish.
I'm over here trying to make jokes. I didn't blew the intro. Oh man, long time since I've done it like that. Top stories of the day: Bitcoin price flash crashes by 87% to 8K on Binance.us. Yes, $8,000. I'm pissed. I missed it too. Ethereum nears its own all-time high as Ethereum price retakes $4,000, breaking $2.2 trillion asset manager PIMCO plans to buy more crypto. FTX raises $420,690,000, and U.S. politician Newt Gingrich, I can never say his name right, wants governments to use Bitcoin as inflation hedge. But first and foremost, I would say what's going on with these prices, but we know what's the update.
Yes. So for our prices today, Bitcoin at $64,710 is down 1.8%. Ethereum at all-time highs at $4,201. Up almost 5% today. Binance coin at $483 is down 2.6%. Cardano at $223, up 2.2%. Solana sliding up to number 6 at $187 is up 15% in one day. XRP at $1.13 is down 0.5% today. Polkadot at $43.87, up 2.84%. Dogecoin at 25 cents is down 2.5%. And we have an almost new entry into the top 10. Terra, also known as Luna, at $40.86 is up 3%. So we're seeing some of the sideways movement of Bitcoin. We saw Flashcrash, which we'll talk about here in a second, and we saw a couple alts pop overnight, like Solana and Cardano. So I think a lot of people who are in the space right now are basically holding their horses because it seems like more things to come.
Yeah, for sure. Really quick, I'm glad you mentioned alts. First and foremost, I just want to reiterate the fact that all your altcoins, all these champion altcoins you all pick, they are all dying against Bitcoin. It's official. This is why we keep bringing it up. And this is a perfect point for all those altcoins people are showing here. Oh yeah, I got my new house with it. Oh yeah, I got me a car. Oh, I'm altcoin this rich. Yes, and now you have less Bitcoin. And the whole part of this thing was Bitcoin because no one wants to sell their Bitcoin. Everyone wants to sell their altcoin. So if you're listening today and you shield those altcoins, I just want you to realize days like the last 3 or 4 or 5 days is what we've been talking about throughout the last few years. It may seem like you're getting cash rich. You may seem like you're doing well in the altcoin market, but you are losing Bitcoin. And if today Bitcoin were to pump fake and go all the way up to 120, 140, I mean, including myself, there'll be a lot of people sick out there. So stay out that casino and get back to the fundamentals. Really quick, what's going on? Carmelo, Finn, Bill Spiff, Wendy Nichols, Timothy Grigsby, Kadeem, Too Young, Too Gray, Patrick Walser, Run You Down 9, Solar Mike, Peter Crimby, Craig, TSG Bitcoin, Paris, and Moon, Eric Horton, Michael Kennedy, Ken, Tommy. Good morning, everybody joining the chat. I'm glad somebody's actually saying that Mr. Gamble, the Prince 1993 said, Terra will be the key to stabilize, decentralize. It's funny you say that. I was actually going to say I still haven't even done a deep dive into Terra, bro. It's just like, is it going to be the one to stabilize, decentralize, Mr. Gamble? Maybe, but I don't know. I don't know at this point. That alt market is a scary thing to see. But as you, Bitcoin's already mentioned, a lot of people are still sitting still, waiting to see what happens next because it could be some big altcoin pumps next. I think we'll know by next week. Next week will be a good indicator as far as the ETF news wearing off. Are people still going to be interested in the market another 9, 10, 15 days? The full moon's coming up soon again, so maybe that will be enough. But top story of the day, oh my goodness. Bitcoin price flash crashes by 87% to $8,000 on Binance.us. I know, right? I remember you telling me back in the day, Bitcoin's Day, about in general having those buy orders on. Because I remember, what was it? Back at the 5,000 mark, 7. I mean, it happens every so often. But I remember when Bitcoin flash crashed a couple of times back to like 800, back to 500 and stuff like that. Now we're seeing flash crashes to 8,000. I mean, that's crazy. What went on in this story? What went on here?
Oh man. So what I used to call it was stink bids. Bids that probably would never get picked up, but you can put a very small amount. And back then, I was saying when the price was like 5,000, put stink bids at like 200, 500, 1,000. You know what I mean? Just because if it flash crash and you scoop up those cheap Satoshis, that is a once in a lifetime event. I've never actually achieved it, but I'm not on Binance either. And it looks as though Binance is done because all of the flood of news that came after this flash crash is starting to look like it was an inside job. And of course, it says here, and what traders are calling a scam wick, the 1 minute BTC USD offering dramatically fell or dramatically from other exchanges, which logged a 1 minute candle with the floor around 64,200. Oh man, somebody put well done, Binance US. Popular trader Crypto Chase. He says, good thing Americans are forced onto these dog shit exchanges where they can get completely scammed on unreasonably thin books. This type of shit just shouldn't be happening. It's not fair that some get stomped out and some stay in, some get fills and some don't. Hey, buddy, welcome to crypto. That is exactly what this market is. Talking about is fair. Fair is not a word we use in this market. Fair is leave that at home. If you want fair, go run to your mommy. Here, it's wild, wild west still. And I believe this is on the part of the exchange. They do have thin liquidity books when they want to. They can drop the price when they feel like it. Again, you have to remember, people, the exchanges are trading against you. They are not your friends. They're trading against you. So how many people were buying at 60, 62 with the thought process that, I mean, it's going up. It doesn't matter. It's going up. And then boom, you wake up and then down to 8,000. That's what we mean, people. You cannot over leverage trade. You can't gamble. You think these exchanges have your best. I mean, they could do this illegal. What you gonna do? Sue? It's gonna take you 3 years to get your money back. So again, it's still just a lose-lose for the customers who use these exchanges extensively. Sorry to hear it, but for those who got bids filled, shout out to you, man. It happened.
Well, with that being said, we do know one project actually trying to sue Binance. We ran to mommy and daddy, but yeah, it's kind of what you said. We talk about it all the time. We talk about margin trading. We talk about it in the master class. We keep talking about this is what we mean, people. What probably happened was a whale came in there 100 times on that margin play. Hey, I'm about to 830 million right now and walk away with this quick 50 million. Walk away with this quick, extra 10 million, extra 15. As Bitcoins, they said, and as people in the comments are saying, our warriors already, that's why they're calling it a scam wick. The exchange, the algorithm, everything saw and was like, hey, if we just drop this price down to 8,000, we can drop this price down by 87% in 60 seconds. And what we'll have to pay the people who buy at that price, because most people don't have a buy order in at 8,000 or in that range at this point, what we'll have to pay out to those people who happen to get it will not even amount to liquidations we're going to get from it. Yeah. So again, that is why we say watch out. And with that also, for the idiots out there, I mean, I got to call names on this one. For the smart people who like to tweet all day and comment all day, but don't actually call in on Fuck Bitcoin Fridays, this is also what we mean. But we're not stupid. We know Binance is a dirty, shady exchange. We know they own Coin Market Cap. We actually talked about that in the masterclass. But what we also know is that this is the Wild West. There isn't a safe, centralized platform out there. The other platforms that everybody comes on and rant and raved about outside of Coin Market Cap, we already talked about CoinGecko that have issues. And the other one says coins are going to go up 50 to 60%, and then they go in the opposite direction, 80%. That doesn't seem like one I want to, I might sue their ass, matter of fact. I might sue that other price aggregator out there that's telling people what the price would be 7 days in advance, and it's all the way off.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, what if you were the guy? Just imagine if you were the guy that put, let's say, $10 million in at 60K, and you were like, well, it's only a 2X or it's only a 3X. So my liquidation price is like 25,000. You go to sleep comfortably thinking it's never going back to 25,000. You wake up in the morning and see negative, red, liquidation. There's somebody right now is shitting themselves. Like, are you kidding me? And I can guarantee you, anybody that knows about the exchange process and how it works, again, that you're not getting that money back for a long time. I can tell you that right now. So if it happens, it happens. You just got to deal with it. Man, I would hate to be that guy because I'm sure it's a few. And I just want to see if one of those guys come out.
Yeah, Rendo, like Denzel said, that Valkyrie ETF is launching on Friday. Exactly. We might see this continued build up till Friday. It'll be interesting. Like I said, again, these ETFs launch at the right time because Bitcoin and cryptocurrency normally pumps through this holiday season. Again, it will have some dips this holiday season. It always has actually has sharp dips throughout the holiday season, sometimes like anywhere from 40 to 60%. But it also does pump. So this is a good time to do the ETFs on what will already be trend pumps kind of happening. But again, it's just going to be interesting to see, will this be enough to push it past this point? Because we're sitting steady. Let's not get twisted. We already hit the all-time high. We just retouched it again, but we're sitting steady at the all-time high again. So it still can go either way. It'll be interesting to see. Alec G said Binance 2021 keeps getting worse. People, we told you. Listen, we called the end of Binance at this point about 7 months ago.
Yeah, maybe a year ago.
It's been a little minute, but yeah, they're definitely jacking up over there. Yeah, Babylon Don 204 says scam wicks are part of the industry. LOL. Exactly. The exchange is there to take your money. The exchange is the house, people, and the house never loses. You know how that goes. Let's see. Michael Kennedy said, I wish I would have jacked Binance for all that Bitcoin at that price. LOL. Stephen Ferguson, what's going on? I never get to catch you guys live. First time ever been a listener for a while now. Shout out to Stephen Ferguson. Thanks for catching us live for sure. Chosen One said, no, also it's incoming. And they got a bunch of them they just mentioned. All right, we're gonna see. We're gonna be paying attention. There we go. Yes, the Spider-Man BB dropped yesterday. Again, as always, literally as soon as I end the show, I go get like something to drink. I use the restroom and I forget about the drop. So I missed that one again. Let's see. Well, somebody said they got a rare. Nice. Good stuff. Yes, spank those likes and shares. And our project experience said happy tantalizing Thursday for sure. There we go. Crypto King. Boom. What's going on? Richard was correct again. Bitcoin would touch 10K. And boom, it touched 8,200. Hey, shout out to Richard for his warriors that ride for him. Them Haskins will ride for him. Oh my goodness. You were right. Richard was right because he also said his project would probably drop 80% at some point as well. And is well on his way. So for sure. All right. What else is going on? Ethereum nears its own all-time high as Ethereum price retakes $4,000. I've seen quotes as high as 4,200 and some change yesterday. Looks like the 30-day correlation between Ether and Bitcoin remains at 0.81 above zero. Ethereum's native token Ether is likely to hit its own record high in the short term as Ethereum has broken above $4,000. That was yesterday again. It's already hit 4,200 and some change. Well, what's going on over in Ethereum? And I see also that Solana also came right behind it with a pump as Ethereum continued to pump as well.
Well, as we already know, whenever Bitcoin pumps, it always rolls down to the assets right below it. So not surprising that Bitcoin hit an all-time high and then boom, Ethereum hits an all-time high. And then it's going to roll down into smaller alts and then even further down. It always trickles down as far as the price goes. And I don't think it's much technical analysis to this. There's two things at play here. Bitcoin's in a bull market. Ethereum's has a use case. That's it. I mean, that's pretty much all that goes. The second biggest market cap, and people use it to buy NFTs. People use it to mint. People use it for dApps, whatever. Even though gas fees are ridiculous, a lot of people have a lot of Ethereum to use. So it's obviously going to go up as demand rises. So you also have to think psychologically. People see 64,000. No way I can buy that. People see 4,200. And they're like, yeah, I can do that. So that's one thing at play here. And also that's why I think a lot of these smart contract platforms that are like $2, $20, $100, like Solana is like 180. They're going to be even more. They're going to gain even more value because psychologically people are going to have unit bias and try to buy lower so they can get more profit, quote unquote, to say. The problem with that is, like we always say, is that a lot of coins never regain their all-time high against Bitcoin, and Ethereum's one of them. So I mean, if you're doing Ethereum USD, yes.
Get him. He brought the chart out.
I'm just showing people that literally there is no altcoin that has regained this all-time high against Bitcoin yet. We need to get back up to this range. Which hold up, matter of fact, that's not even all time. Let me go back 2017.
Bring them back.
Here's the all-time high. We need to get back to 0.15. Ethereum needs to be 0.15 against BTC. So it's not even halfway there. So again, when your monetary system is USD, looks good. When your monetary system is BTC, nothing looks good outside of that. And not trying to, come to max here, people, but you just need to realize what's actually happening. So don't get fooled by all this pie in the sky made a lot of USD stuff because Bitcoin's going to be too high at a certain point. But that's mainly what's going on with Ethereum's all-time high.
Yeah, again, altcoins. I mean, for one, Bitcoin should have been your discretionary income at least years ago. Now it's like almost should be everything the way we're printing money. But altcoins should definitely be like the discretionary. Hey, oh man, I found an extra $100 in my pocket. Like, all right, use that for the altcoins for sure. But and then don't forget to take those profits when you do go in that altcoin casino, because as Bitcoins, they literally just showed you the chart. Like, you're not going to catch up to Bitcoin. So if you're in altcoins, just know your strategy. You're saying, hey, I don't want to catch Bitcoin. I want to buy a house. I want to pay some bills off. Then whatever. Cool. Jump to those altcoins. Crazy. But if you understand what the future is, make sure you're still dollar cost averaging the Bitcoin. Mr. Gamble the Prince 1993 said, I'm buying up the Bitcoin ETFs. I don't want to sell my 401k for taxes. So I invest my 401k into ETFs. All right. That's a pretty smart move right there. Let's see what else is going on. I don't want to mispronounce that. It's his name. Mywaya K said, you invite me on live. I've been on here several times before. I work at this time usually, but got a break. Want to honor you both for what you do for us. Much appreciated. If you can come in on Friday tomorrow, we definitely will have people live today. Today we got to kind of stick to the schedule. We both got to do some running, but we will have the live show tomorrow for folks to call in as well. Let's see.
Hold on. What is wrong with the likes? We have no likes. Oh, this is terrible. 200 watching. We got just over 100. We should have at least 150. At least. It's time to start singing. I think it's time. Hey,
either start singing or we're gonna start giving out the wrong information. Be like, oh man, the likes is low. You believe
exactly that? She said, Theodis, you need to know that you can lick it. You can choke it, and you can kiss it. And you can eat it, but you ain't do a doggone thing until you stand up in it. Woo! Let's go. We need 50 more likes, baby. Or we gonna keep it going.
Those likes and share. Want to give a shout out to our project experience. Thank you for the big tip. Zay, have a drink on us for making Time Magazine. Congrats, bro. We missed it live yesterday. Boom.
Appreciate you.
Our project experience, damn, man. He brought you a nice little drink too. So yeah, make that double shot, whoever that is. What else we have? I saw some other interesting comments in here. Let's see. Bitcoin Benito, tell them Binance is filled with crooks. Stop using it. They stole $1,000 from me. People, I'm gonna tell you where all the crooks are at. If it's a centralized exchange, it's a crook. Like Bitcoin was made to be peer-to-peer. Like literally, it was just made for you to walk up to somebody and be like, hey, I got some cash, you got some Bitcoin? Yeah, let's make this swap happen. Let's see what else is going on. Q1 2022, Ethereum will hit its previous 0.15, says Kadeem. All right. Aaron, okay, I was gonna mention this because Aaron mentioned this before, so I want your thoughts on this. Oh, I won't say Aaron mentioned it before, but someone mentioned log before. They said if you trust log channels, Ethereum could pump to 18K to 25K. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's possible.
Do you believe in miracles?
Yeah, I think Ethereum has way more competition than people understand. Ethereum hits 5,000. I can almost let's say Ethereum's 10,000. I can almost guarantee all that money is rolling into Solana. If Solana's at like 300, or Cardano if it's still $2. So it may take a while. I don't know if it'll happen this bull run. Maybe. Like I said, log scales, different charts, technical analysis, all that stuff is always a big maybe. You always want the best outcome of odds, but in my opinion, just focus on what is beating Bitcoin as far as its pairs. Nothing right now. So if 0.15 happens, that'll actually be a better indication than the dollar price.
Yeah, I was gonna say, not only that, I mean, or someone else is asking Toshi Sun, which is the safest place you set a buy order for Bitcoin. I mean, could you go wrong? Because who knew it would go to 8,000, right? Well, apparently Richard did, but outside of Richard, who knew it would drop down to 10,000 or below? So, I mean, it's one of those things where you gotta look at your portfolio, because you also gotta ask yourself, how much are you even keeping on the exchange to have a buy set? Because that's a suspect thing as well. A couple more tips. Want to give some quick shout outs. Walter Beasley, much appreciate the big tip. Appreciate you. Keep going. Thank you, Walter Beasley. And Jermaine Hugo, have a drink on me, Zay. Congrats. There we go. Nice. Yeah, they said they trying to get Zay tipsy, right?
They're trying to get me drunk today.
Oh man. All right, let's see what else do we have going on. Breaking $2.2 trillion asset manager PIMCO plans to buy more crypto. That is right. Nothing makes people want to buy crypto more than it hitting an all-time high for some reason. Institutional asset managers have been slower to embrace cryptocurrencies than retail traders. but their adoption is growing rapidly. And don't forget, these institutional asset managers are supposed to be the people the United States have heralded as being smarter than you and I, right? These are all the smart kids in the room. They went to the Ivy League schools. I mean, listen, look at this. I mean, would you look at this? $2.2 trillion under management. And you're talking about buying more at the all-time high. Like, we just talked about this yesterday. $2.2 trillion, and you didn't have a measly 100,000, a million lying around just to ape into some crypto. Like, I tell you, fixed income manager PIMCO is planning to increase its exposure to digital currencies such as Bitcoin after dabbling in the asset class through crypto-linked securities, offering the latest evidence that major institutions are starting to embrace the emerging asset class. Wait, they weren't even in Bitcoin. They were just linked through crypto. Again, how and why do you have to, like, for one, I'm sorry, if you work at PIMCO, you're not that intelligent. Like, tell yourself you're not that intelligent. Tell your boss they're not that intelligent. Just be like, we got a head start. We come from good families, and we're able to hoax people into giving us $2.2 trillion in assets. How do you have $2.2 trillion in assets and you haven't exposed yourself to an asset class that you watch go from $1,000 to $20,000 one year, and then twice you've seen it go from that number to 66,000, 2 times? Like, this is 2
times.
It's hilarious. Times. Not once, but twice. 2 times. 2 times. Like, 2.2 trillion. I got to keep saying it because it shocks me. It's such a shocking thing for me. That's the equivalent of someone walking up to me saying, hey, I have this investment. Not only does it work, I can give you the information that you can read to show you that works, but it's already returned people investment not once over, not twice over, but 3 times over. It's returned everyone's principal in a short span of a few years. All it takes to invest in this is $1. You invest $1, you might get 100,000 back. You might get 10,000 back. And I'm going to say, I'm going to keep my $1 today. I'm not going to invest in that. Like, I don't get it. It just doesn't make sense to me. But what's going on over here with PIMCO? And I guess besides it being an all-time high, what made them, what was the impetus to make them want to invest finally?
Oh, yeah. Well, the impetus is that they don't have a choice. Just like we've been saying about everybody else. I don't care how much money you got. Bitcoin doesn't need you. You need Bitcoin. And you are not going to have a choice. So even with $2.2 trillion, they're going to look like the dumbest people in the room if they don't have any exposure to Bitcoin. So that's becoming the new narrative, is that if you don't have Bitcoin as a part of your strategy, you are not a good company. Whereas it used to be the opposite. If you had Bitcoin, people would look at you sideways. So that's what we're moving to. And again, the CEO explained, the CIO, Daniel Evason explained, this will be a gradual process where we spent a lot of time on the internal diligence side speaking to investors, and we'll take baby steps in an area that's rapidly growing. Again, who the hell takes baby steps in an area that's rapidly growing? You just contradicted yourself. Yes, crypto grows very fast every day. Why are you taking baby steps? You all should be taking gigantic King Kong steps into this, literally aping into Bitcoin and other crypto assets and securities, because you can afford to lose. I mean, literally, if you take $10 million and you just say, fuck it, we'll give it 5 years, let's see what happens. I'm sure that'll be 100, 200 million just sitting there. So let's say 10 billion. Again, like I said, this is a very hard thing to grasp, that we're in price discovery for all these assets. So I'm not surprised a $2.2 trillion company is buying into it now, and more $1 trillion companies coming later. If you sitting at home with your little $200, still sitting on the fence, come on, man. Like I said, come on, man. People with trillions of dollars is jumping in.
I mean, I've seen Mark Cuban, Michael Saylor, Elon Musk, and now PIMCO, but I don't know. Through my research, I think my 75 would be spent better elsewhere, buddy. I don't know about this. Like,
oh yeah, my toilet bowl reading has told me different. Like, okay,
hilarious.
All right,
Young Ear said, got a pile of cash in on Coinbase Pro, buy order at 20K for a few months because it's FDIC insured. Am I stupid? No, I'm not gonna say stupid, but again, when it comes to exchanges, even if it's FDIC, like, again, when it comes to cryptocurrency exchanges, just don't believe what's out there, people. Like, and again, we're not saying this by like maybe. We have been done wrong by these exchanges, that we've seen them change their terms of service. So with it being FDIC insured, what if something were to happen where the next day after you'd be like, oh, I remember that buy order, I should have 6 Bitcoin right now, 9 Bitcoin, whatever, right? What if the next day you don't have, you didn't either get to buy, or even worse, they actually try to tax you on something, right? You're going to go back and you're going to try to fight them. Coinbase now, with the strength of Facebook and every other major company out there now, just $100 billion valuation, they're going to fight back. They're going to have lawyers. They're going to go through arbitration, and they're probably going to change their terms of service overnight on your ass. So my thing is, like, is it a bad move? Like, not necessarily, but if something were to go wrong, like, you couldn't be mad, because again, like I said, these exchanges, they've done it already. They've definitely done it already. All right, FTX is in the news again. FTX raises 420,690,000 and a Series B1 for Sam Bankman-Fried crypto exchange, following a $900 million mega round earlier this year. What's going on with FTX, and what's the importance of this number? It was such a random number.
Oh, yeah. So Sam Bankman-Fried is in on the joke. It's been a meme going around in the Bitcoin industry. Everybody wants to see $69,420 price. 69, of course, refers to, the sexual position, and then 420 refers to weed. Of course, it's a bunch of kids in this industry and a bunch of people that like to have fun. So it is a funny meme that's where Bitcoin is going. It looks like Sam is in on the joke, as it has raised $420,690,000 in Series B1 funding round. At this point, they're just having fun with it, because I feel like Sam can raise as much money as he wants at any time. I'm literally sitting across from FTX Arena right now, like he pretty much can get anything he wants. His investors include BlackRock, which has $7 trillion assets under management, and Tiger Global, who is somewhere close. So they are investing in FTX. They are not going to lose. And right now, FTX is valued at $25 billion, which is a 39% jump over the sticker price. So they can raise even more money. They can say, hey, we were conservative with the first $900 million. So they can pretty much raise whenever they feel like it. This has to be the hottest businessman in the world right now, Sam Bankman-Fried. So shout out to him and his 3 t-shirts.
And also, where
I can tell you how, but if you really want to get kicked off YouTube,
yeah, we'll talk, because honestly, he came out the blue and just starts just smacking. So
I know. I ain't gonna say I know
exactly.
The whole story.
Hey,
somebody explained it to me, and I can just tell you the group of people that's behind him, they don't lose.
Oh,
I'm gonna just leave it there.
Oh, I'm not even mad at him. I'm kind of hating.
If you need a clue, look at his hair.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm being a little hater on the low, but I'm not mad. I already know what the deal is. You're hilarious. What's also funny too, people, I want to point something out really quick about Sam Bankman and this Series B1 funding round. A couple things. For one, with the Series B1 funding round, a lot of institutions like BlackRock, we've already mentioned Tiger Global, right? These are the same institutions that not only hire most American citizens out there. American citizens are working for most of these companies that have funded this Series B round, or even that first round, right? So most people out there work for these companies and institutions. They set precedent on corporate culture, on what you need to do at work, HR, blah, 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 blah. How old is SBF? How old is Sam Bankman-Fried?
29, 30.
You got a 29-year-old who just pulled in a second round of funding of $420 million, and he's making fun of weed and sex positions as he does it. I just want to point that out. Yeah. Because I'm sorry, I know this is going to hurt a lot of people. I know this is going to hurt. I got to go back to that Jay-Z line. What your teachers taught you got you in the bleachers. What we doing got us on the floor seat, people. All right. You need to ask yourself, and I get it. I'm saying all this because people are always talking about regulation and paying taxes and what the government said and what this person told me, what this person told me. And oh my God, your way just doesn't work. It never worked. It hasn't worked. Sam Bankman-Fried is making weed jokes and sex jokes with a $420 million Series B1 funding round. Loosen the hell up, all of you out there. Loosen up, all right?
Hey, man, the last time I was on Fox Business with a Boys in the Hood shirt.
Bro, I saw it. I was joking. I was like, this man really went on Fox Business with a cap on the 2 chains out.
I'm doing it again today. I'm going on Fox Business today. I'm wearing the same shirt again.
Turn up. People, you're doing this life thing wrong, okay? I hate to tell you.
It's not that serious, bro.
And I also want to point that out because, like I always say, this is going to be the future. It's going to keep getting younger and younger and younger until that 17-year-old CEO who out here acting a damn fool with $3-4 billion up under him, we're going to have to, all right, that's what the boss want. That's what the boss want.
Hey, man, that was my talent, except he was lame. If you get a non-lane Vitalik, I guarantee you people are gonna lose their shit.
Get a Vitalik, get a Vitalik who listen to rap music. See what happens.
Oh man, it's over, man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's over. That 17 years old, that's smart. It's over for all of us.
It's gonna be over for us all. All right, last but not least, I just had to point it out because I mean, especially in the climate today, oh, you can't say this, you can't do this, and that, and blah blah blah, and all the rules and regulations that you hear about. It is super refreshing to me to see a 29-year-old billionaire come out and be like, no, still gonna have fun and do what I want. Like no one's stopping it. And it looks like these companies are going on board with it as well, apparently, because every company who put in money with that, I mean, they're backing him. And then he came out with that headline today. So that basically says all those companies are co-signing that message. It is what it is. All right, U.S. politician Newt Gingrich?
Gingrich, yeah.
There we go. Newt Gingrich wants governments to use Bitcoin as an inflation hedge. What's going on with old Newt?
Oh yeah, so big head Newt Gingrich wants to jump into the Bitcoin game after finally realizing that they don't have a choice. I can't say this enough, people. The only thing people can do in business is they have to provide a service based on demand. And demand is moving towards, we need Bitcoin. Not even we want it, we need it. And he says that we need Bitcoin as a hedge against inflation. He wants to help countries and central banks hold Bitcoin as a hedge against inflation. And I don't understand this group, International Bitcoin Advisory Corporation, whatever. But at least he's saying the right things that we've been saying all along, is that at some point, inflation, you have to know is built into the economy. So the only way to combat it is to have an asset that beats it. Bitcoin is the best. Very simple. Everybody will join. They don't have a choice. It's just how late or how early you want to get in. And I think Newt Gingrich is politically trash. But again, anybody that supports Bitcoin, they're all right with me, at least on the Bitcoin part. So good to see. And we'll see what happens from there. I think Federal Reserves are starting to listen. I just talked to a lady who worked for the Federal Reserve for 20 years. And she said, I never thought I would see the day that they would discuss Bitcoin at my job. And she works for the Federal Reserve. That's what I'm saying. They have already discussing it. So I
hope your response to her was, why not? Because
she's been hiding the Bitcoin she has because she works at the Federal Reserve.
So I mean, she said she would never think she would see it there. And this is like, well, why wouldn't you think you see it there?
Because she was like, they're a bunch of stick in the booty suits who don't ever want to.
It's a private company that shouldn't be doing what they're doing right now.
Yep, that too. But she's not a high enough level to go into all that. But yeah, but she sees the game now though. So it's just funny that people think it's, oh man, why is everybody doing it now? They don't have a choice. When you have superior money, they call Bitcoin a black hole for a reason. It's gonna suck up everything. You might take a little bit longer than somebody else, but this train is moving. If we've got to drag your ass with us, we still gonna keep it moving. You either get on or get lost.
You know, I'm glad you've been saying it like that too, where your response to everything is like, the reason why this is happening is because they don't have a choice. And that's what it is. I mean, it's almost like protesting in 2021. Like, come on, really? You're gonna do it? All right, whatever. Fine. Let's buy Bitcoin at the all-time high and start talking about it and make a narrative of it. Again, this is good for the industry. The fervor is good. A dip will eventually happen. At what point, how low, who knows? But it will eventually happen. But like you said, we'll take it right now. This is all mass adoption, but I'm glad you keep saying the same thing. They don't have a choice. Capitulation. I literally was just at a dinner table having a conversation like this the other day, trying to explain. I had to hit him with a line, like, not to be rude, but it's one of those things that's not even worth talking about because either you get it or you don't at this point. And everybody's like, well, what about this company? Why is this bank doing it? I'm like, they don't have a choice.
Been telling you this for years.
8 pages long, the white paper, 9 pages references. Just read it. You'll understand it all.
Exactly.
But that is the funniest. The biggest pushback, or the most questions and the most pushback I get from people who are always interested, quote unquote, have never read the white paper. Okay. And it's just like, you haven't read 8 pages of paper, yet you're talking about the internet, essentially. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, so it says a lot to me, unfortunately, about the state of, I guess, of how people just start rolling with things, the diarrhea of the mouth. But I don't know. Let's see. Aaron said 26% of all US dollars ever printed have been printed since the start of the pandemic. Correct. Inflation has been low because money is flowing into investments. When the money comes out, inflation will hit 26%. So last but not least, that is my thing that's been pumping up the money right now. It's pumping up the price of Bitcoin. To me, honestly, I don't think, to be clear, I think we should already surpass this price for Bitcoin as far as its value. When it comes to USD, Bitcoin should already be $1 million a coin. However, I get it. Adoption is going to take a while. With that being said, this price point actually doesn't make sense because it actually should be lower. The reason why it's higher is because, like Aaron just said, 26% of all the US dollars ever been printed has just been printed. Then they're talking about printing out another $3.5 trillion. People, it's the reason why businesses and institutions are jumping into Bitcoin now. It's not just because now is the perfect time to buy and all this. No, from right now to last year, nothing has really changed with the Bitcoin project. The reason why a lot of businesses and institutions are jumping in is because this pandemic relief package, essentially these bailout packages are going out, are giving businesses like $10 million and they have to use it. They have to use it before the end of the year. They don't know where to put it. Oh, wait, what did we put into Bitcoin? Well, that's not really being traced and tracked right now. We could just tell people we did it and then don't really have to worry about it for another year or two. There you go. So my question is, like they said, as Aaron said, when the money comes out and inflation does start, how crazy will that dip be? Because we could be looking at like a crazy dip if we do see the economy start to collapse or start to, I guess, peel back and dip. So it'll be interesting to see.
Oh, yeah.
Any last thoughts, messages, Bitcoin Zay?
A couple of things. First, I'll be on Fox today at 3 p.m. Eastern with Liz Clayman again. Of course, anytime the price dumps or the price pumps, they just call me for some reason. I don't know. And then shout out to my baby girl. She turned 1 today. Baby Gigi, 1-year-old birthday. We made it our first year. I made it alive, so it's all good.
That is crazy. You got a 1-year-old already, first of all.
No, that's crazy. So shout out to everybody that was buying the drinks because I'm going to need them today. Like I said, 1-year birthday party.
Oh, man, you're supposed to have the birthday party out here, right?
Yeah, but we're going to move it to Halloween. We're going to wait so we can do it with some of her other cousins. So, yeah, it's all good.
Damn, Zay got a baby. Boy, I tell you. Boy, y'all don't even know. Boy, Zay got a baby.
Baby GG. Oh, yeah, the coldest little girl alive.
Make sure you tell them on Fox News today about that masterclass for those listening. You know I got to plug that in. That is right. Go to gentlemanofcrypto.com and click on that masterclass if you're listening and you want to get this head start and learn everything from Bitcoin A to Z. Or, again, you can do your own research, folks. By the time it's 85, 90,000, you should know exactly what you need to know. Other than that, make sure you smash that like and share. Thanks for all the tips today. And we will see you all tomorrow with a Fuck Bitcoin Friday. Feel free to call in, even though I don't think we'll get a lot of FBFs tomorrow. We might get some I love Bitcoin Fridays tomorrow, but we'll see what happens. Other than that, happy birthday, Gigi.